Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRS. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to TRS Live with your hosts Brian Keller, Matt Schratz, and Zach Hoffman, presented by The Real Shot.
I'ma do this here forever. EQ. Forever.
Triune.
Forever.
Yeah.
Forever. I'ma do this here forever. All you haters better get comfy. This the day you've been waiting on. Your road is finna get bumpy. Yes. This the track I'm making my statement on. I ain't going nowhere. This the place that I'm making home. I'll do this shit forever. Hit the gas and I'm taking off. Ow. I was born with passion. My job is never ending and my hustle's everlasting. No matter what, I'm gon' ball, even with my back to the wall. And the best part is that this is the beginning. I'ma do this here forever. Forever.
Hello, what's going on, everybody? It's Monday. It is time for TRS Live. We are coming off a beautiful weekend. If you were out in the woods, or some guys were even touching a little bit of that hard water, Zach.
Yeah, I saw a couple people going out to get some ice fishing in, and I thought, first off, are you crazy? But then I started seeing some of the thicknesses of the ice already.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Somebody up north was out there on a forklift clearing ice already. I'm like, what?
All right.
Like, what is going on here? It's November 11th now?
Yeah, that's a little crazy. But
yeah.
How are you doing today, Zach?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good, buddy. So you and I are just rocking solo. I think Brian was in like some warmer weather or something over the weekend.
Yeah.
Good for him. Good
Yeah.
for him. He works hard. He deserves that time away. But, hey, I wanted to ask you. So, now, you were telling me earlier today you started working out a little bit here. Not to
Yeah.
say like you didn't do it before, but you're back on it.
Oh, I didn't do it before.
No?
No, I didn't do it before. But, yeah, kindly enough, we started a new program here, and we're getting the Mountain Ops is going to be here on Wednesday for
So that's kind of why I wanted to talk about it. So we sell two different brandings of supplements here, and we sell the Wilderness Athlete brand, which is the first one we carried, and we do really, really well with the Wilderness Athlete.
Definitely.
And they have all the pre-workouts, the post-workouts. They have a lot of great stuff. I use and we also now just carry Mountain Ops.
Yep.
And I did Mountain Ops for a while. I did Wilderness Athlete for a while. I think they're both really, really good. Now the part that's missing is the eating healthy and the working out. So that's why I wanted to talk to you more about it. Now you're going to be the guinea pig here because you're back on that regiment.
Yeah.
So you just ordered some like Friday from Mountain Ops?
Yeah, I think I ordered it Thursday, so it should be here Wednesday. It's saying I got their. I forgot the exact names. They have some cool names for their stuff. But I got their pre-workout, like the hardcore pre-workout, and then I also got their protein shakes for meal replacements and whatnot, and a few other samples and stuff that they sent over. I'm excited to give it a shot. For me, I have problems like caffeine kind of works a little too hard for me.
Correct.
And from what I heard from Megan here, actually, is that Mountain Ops doesn't really use caffeine in a lot of their pre-workout products and whatnot. Which I noticed with their energy shots. Yeah. Where, like, I took before working out, 2 days in a row, I tried their energy shots before working out. And they worked amazingly. But the cool thing that they didn't do was mess with your heart rate or anything like that. Like, they didn't get it all fluttery, like I'm too anxious to actually do anything. Like, I just felt energized, awake. I went in there. Wasn't even tired by the time I'm done. And I'm like, this is the first 2 days of a workout for a guy who hasn't touched a gym in 3 years. Yep. And felt great. So
you crushed your workout and came home and you still had plenty of energy to work out at home, maybe, huh?
Yeah. Nope. We'll save that for the gym.
Yeah. Oh, you could see your face getting red when I said that.
Yep.
It's not just hot in here, ladies and gentlemen. Well, cool. Thanks, everybody that's tuning in here today. We want to cover a couple of different topics. We have 2 different catalogs that are hitting the sales floor soon. We just put out some of the Black Friday catalogs. One quick thing I want to touch on about that is remember the sales date on the Black Friday one is the 29th through December 1st. What we wanted to do is create a little bit of buzz here, let you know what we're kind of going on with that kind of stuff. Big thing, too, about these is all these supplies in here are limited.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, there's some pretty awesome deals in here, and I want to really emphasize that, like, on the firearm portion of it. Like, you know, Steve and Mark and those guys did a great job of helping us out with that. But, you know, a lot of these sales are not till that November 29th period, and those supplies are limited. So we want you to be aware of that, so make sure you get your tail here on Black Friday, which is at 29th, and the store does open up at 10 o'clock on that day. Right. The other thing we're going to talk about today, too, is the release of our 3rd catalog now. Megan puts these together. This will be the ice fishing catalog. It's almost in completion here. There's a couple of different things that we're going to put to that. But, man, it looks great again, and we're going to start distributing these throughout the city, so you may see our Real Shot catalogs. We have the deer one. We still have the Great Lakes trout salmon one. Yep. So those are all, and they're just getting better. I mean,
yeah. I love looking at them because every time we do one of these catalogs, like this catalog here, like I feel like this right here is coming from a company that's been doing this for 10 years. You know what I mean? And for us to just have started doing this in-house a year ago.
Yeah, September.
Yeah, I think that's
our first kickoff was Black Friday a year ago for really ramping this kind of stuff up.
We got to find one of the old catalogs too for the first Black Friday and just pair it next to
I have one on my desk.
Really?
Yeah, you got to look at it.
Yeah,
it's astonishing. I mean, the biggest thing that we want to talk about Black Friday is the massive giveaways we're doing.
Right.
I mean, it's in the catalog. Pick one up if you haven't yet. But I think if we grand total it, what has she got in the front here? It's almost $3,000 worth of giveaways.
Yeah,
we're doing over the course of that weekend.
So
yeah,
that's totally worth it just to get in here alone. No, for this Black Friday deal, I mean, so there's been some questions raised, and I think that getting this out there, so it's not available online yet, the catalog or anything like that, but if you come into the store, these are out and available to pick up.
Yep.
So if you want to get into this real deep, come on into the store, pick one of these up, pour through it. Again, like Matt said, 29th through December 1st.
Yep. Because then on the 2nd, we'll have our Cyber Monday.
Yep.
And that's obviously more geared towards the website.
Right. So if you're not around here, then I'd wait for that Cyber Monday because those are going to be some awesome sales too for you.
Yep. And then right after that, dude, we're into Christmas already.
Oh, my God. What happened to this year? I literally, I woke up one day, it was 90 degrees. I woke up today, and it was like 12 degrees.
Yeah.
There's fresh powder. I don't know how I feel about this.
Well, they're saying, Happy Veterans Day.
Happy
everywhere.
Veterans Day. Yeah, it's November 11th.
Yeah, those guys, we appreciate everything that they all do, and so everything like that. So, to all the veterans, we do thank you for your services. I forget about that. The reason I say that is because I was listening to the news, and they're saying we're going to, break some records for one of the coldest Veterans Days.
Yeah.
Ever. I'm not ready for it, Zach.
But, hey. The Earth is warming. Just remember that.
True story. True story. My mom and I had a big political talk yesterday before I went to the woods.
Yeah?
And I'm not that guy. First of all, I'm not educated very well on that kind of stuff. I just try to live my life every day. Right. Whatever happens,
because it's the best we can do. Guys like us, we just exist. So.
But to the point of our new Wednesday show here, Trigger Talk with Steve, we got talking on the gun segment. And my mom's she's not against guns. She feels that they have a purpose in this world, just like, a lot of people do.
Right.
But, I kind of just explained it to her. I'm like, hey, if you want to start civil war, start taking guns away from some people. You'll find out. Because,
quick.
She kind of brought up a good point, too, which, you only see the first part of what guns people have. A lot of these – there's some people own a lot of guns.
Yeah.
I think Steve, who one of the hosts of Trigger Talk, is one of those guys.
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely it. And I think, as I can afford to, it's the same thing as just building up that that backup, that cachet, that cache of just having things that suit your needs for everything. And that's the cool thing is with the Real Shot. I mean, you could be the guy who wants to buy as many guns as you want just because they're cool. Like my uncle, I mean, I couldn't count how many firearms he has and how many cool firearms he has.
Right.
And we've got the ability to have those. I mean, we have a ton here. And also, there's a couple cool ones that are going to be in this catalog too.
Yep.
That I think there's a couple in here that everybody in Wisconsin should own, just straight up. And the ones that are on sale, I mean, that's just really sweet.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, no, I feel you there because I just look at it the same way. America's a unique experiment. We're one of the last first world countries that has some of the issues that we deal with, and we're one of the last first world countries that have some of the freedoms that we have. And I think that with that being said, we should be free to choose if we want an electric car or a gas-powered car, and I should be free to choose if I want to defend my house with a phone call that'll take 30 minutes to respond to or a firearm. So on that note, let's bust into Black Friday doorbusters.
Right. Brian is on here, and he is bringing up a good point. This is all streamed over to YouTube as well, so that's awesome.
Yeah.
So if you want to, like he said, you could close it down and you can listen without having your computer open or your phone open and all that kind of stuff. So remember, from here on out, we'll be on Facebook and then we'll be on YouTube as well. And then Trigger Talk's the same way.
Yep, same thing with Trigger Talk. And the other thing, too, is if you want to listen to this podcast at any time, you can actually go over to Spotify and I believe Google Podcasts right now. I've been working on iTunes, and it got denied again. But they don't. Now, this time, they didn't even give me a reason.
Oh, really?
They gave me a list of possible reasons. I'm like, I checked the list. None of them.
And it still goes to what? Podbean?
Yep,
Podbean.
Afterwards. Yep. So I upload everything right over there to Podbean, which then distributes it to Spotify, Google Play, and all that stuff. So for the Android users, otherwise, iPhone guys too, you can go to Google Play for now. But like I said, we're working on getting it to iTunes.
Yeah. I don't know. Those iPhones, you guys and your iPhones.
I don't know.
I'm not smart enough to have one of those. I'm just going to stick to my Android. So, cool. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Let's get right into kind of the Black Friday type stuff. So, obviously, I don't want to cover this too in depth. I want to make you get your tail in the store and pick up a catalog, find out some of these deals. There's going to be tons of, one more time, the awesome giveaways. That's not going to be the last time I'm going to talk about it because we're giving away 2 guns. We're giving away an archery package, and then the biggest one is it's like $1,300 worth of an ice fishing package.
That's a pretty sick package.
Dude, it's awesome. Like, there's a lithium 40-volt. There's a Markham, I think it's a 1, and then there's a full Strike Master ice suit. So, I mean, that's just really simple. All you got to do is come into the store over the course of that weekend, and then just put your name, fill out a little slip. They'll be stationed throughout the store. Fill out a slip for whatever one you want to win, and hopefully you're the winner chicken dinner. But yeah, like you talked about, basically you're going to have some awesome deals on a lot of fishing stuff. There's some great deals on some ice fishing stuff as far as like the new light flight auger. Crankbaits are going to be on sale. The Cuddy Link dual cell deal, that thing's pretty wicked awesome.
Right.
So.
Yeah, well, let's bust this down real quick. We won't go through everything, but if you actually look right onto the front page, and actually we have a question real quick before I get into that from Justin. He says, is there a way to get on a mailing list for the catalogs? And I believe you can go to our website and sign up for our email list, Justin, and we will actually send out that digital catalog to your email.
It'll be, so like the ice fishing one would be a flip book.
Yep.
That'll be live on the website.
Right. And then I think these just actually have an email that'll send you right to our website that has the pages busted out for you.
So we were kind of holding off on doing some promotional stuff on Black Friday. Well, it's the question that we had this morning. Is it, how soon is too soon? Right. I mean, is 2 weeks too soon? Is a week, just the right amount of time? Well, we're going to kind of find that out. Like, I don't know. I think getting it out there a little bit ahead of time is a great product. I mean, it just lets people know. My goal for this is last year we had like 13 people standing outside the door on Black Friday. First time ever. And it was because the first time we really fully put our whole heart into the Black Friday. I want like 35, 40 people waiting outside because the thing about this is there's so many limited supplies in some of this stuff.
Right.
Like literally just like the box stores, if it sells out Friday, they're gone.
Right. And a lot of this stuff, I mean, is stuff that we're selling now to be sold out for a while.
Yes.
So definitely get in here because as we look at this front page here, I mean, like, I know one of the things we want to call out is we have basically deals on, I'm not sure what's mapped for this, like the scent stuff. I know we've got a couple brands.
Yeah, there's some products.
So let's just say that some of our scent control, if you come into the store, obviously you can see this, but some of our scent control, we've got up to 40% off on some of our popular brands there. Select crankbaits, I believe, or is it all in stock? Okay, excluding customs and Megabass.
Yep.
Our crankbaits 20% off. We've got bass and walleye plastics on all in stock, 20% off. That's pretty crazy.
And see, the thing about the unfortunate thing about this is a lot of this stuff has to be. We've talked about this numerous times on TRS Live. Is like we can't advertise it online.
Right.
So the better of the deals are obviously going to be in store.
Right.
Just because of there's policies that we can't call out certain products in here, and some products are excluded, so on and so forth. And that's why we're not trying to be secretive about this kind of thing. But
there's just rules you got to follow.
We're trying to abide by the rules so we don't get in trouble. And
because we break the rules, we lose the products that you guys like to buy.
Right. So that's why and there'll be some over the course of Black Friday weekend. There'll be some email or on our website. There'll be some awesome deals as well. Like you'll see a lot of it's just gonna be blanketed type stuff.
Yep.
But so yeah, in that kind of portion, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. Is that check out YouTube? Oh, okay. Brian's letting me know. I'll get on it. Oh yeah. No. Okay. So Brian's watching Mega. He wants us to watch YouTube. So before we'll get off on a little tangent here. Mega Bass Wall. So what that means is if you see that comment over on YouTube, so what is happening is, for those who've been in here recently, the wall area where the nets are is going to be a whole wall dedicated towards Mega Bass.
That'll be awesome.
That's happening. I think the gentleman's coming tomorrow, and then they're going to start putting it up Wednesday.
Sure.
So talking with Justin about that this morning, we're adding, I think, over 100 different SKUs of Mega Bass to that wall. So that whole wall, and it's under a Daiwa sign right now, will be just nothing but Mega Bass. And then the other cool thing too, thanks Brian for reminding me of these kind of things, is all the new bow launches are.
Yeah.
So the only other one that we're waiting on of the brands that we carry is Matthews, and that one happens tomorrow. So we in-store physically right now, bows that are released that you can come into the store and shoot. We have the new Hoyt RX4.
Yep.
I just checked that one out today. That one was released on Friday. We have the new Prime Black. We actually did a Facebook story on that one last week, Thursday.
Yep.
We do have the Bowtex in, the Revolt and the Revolt X. We have those two bows in, and then I think tomorrow, if we don't get it tomorrow, it should be yet this week, we'll have the new Matthews bows coming in as well. So
right. So that's the cool thing too, is you can come in here and actually check those out. You can come in now that they're released. If you see that out there, or you're partial to one brand and you've been waiting for that bow to come out, now you can just come in here and shoot it.
Shoot them.
You can literally just walk in here, ask to shoot the new bow, and we'll set you up.
Yep. So that Mega Bass wall, I think we're going to be the only store definitely in the state of Wisconsin that has that.
Oh yeah. I mean, Mega Bass is a big brand, but it's one of those brands that's really niche to those guys.
Yeah.
It's one of those brands that has this huge cult following, but I don't believe their mainline stuff, the cheaper stuff they make is going to be in some big box stores. But some of the stuff that we can carry from Mega Bass, you will not find anywhere else around here.
Right. And I mean, just think about that for fishing SKUs, over 100. I think it's closer to like 150 to 200 more Mega Bass products than we already carry.
Right. Which is just ridiculous because they only make so much. Which makes me excited to see what we're bringing in because, I mean, they have some of the best on the market, I mean, in so many different things, especially for a commercial brand to have some of the swim baits especially that they're known for. Their swim baits are just ridiculous quality. They're ridiculously detailed.
I thought we had pretty much everything in stock already. It's surprising to me that there's more.
I hope we get the eel in here. The eel, it's like, I want to say it's like 6 to 8 inches long, and it's just like, it looks like a little snake, and it's jointed like 2 to 4 times, something like that, with the 3 trebles, and the thing is just freaky looking when it goes through the water. It looks like a snake just cutting through the water, yeah. So that's a really neat one, and it's big enough that, you're almost guaranteed a bite if they strike it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know Nate ordered a couple of those.
Go figure.
Right. But yeah, so on top of that, some of the things too in this book here, we've got those one of my favorite budget deals that we have here in the store. If you're just looking to get into fishing, or maybe you have a boat but you don't have enough rods for everybody in the family to be using, especially if you got the expensive ones that you don't want everybody using.
I know where you're going.
We have those classic series 7-foot medium action spinning rods.
Yeah.
I've got one. I think at least every one of the guys here who fishes has at least one of these rods. I'll tell you, I put that thing through hell and back, and no issues. No bent eyelids, no bent anything, no cracks, no nothing.
Right.
And, I mean, that thing holds up. It's sensitive enough to fish with, and it's $13.99 on sale.
That's a perfect slip bobber rod. It's the perfect crankbait style rod. I mean, for walleye guys, for bass guys, it's a perfect all around rod. So we have that. I mean, honestly, like that. I'm pretty excited. I mean, between the staff here, Justin, everybody that Steve, Eggert, everybody that's helped us out. This Black Friday hopefully is going to be one of the best ones that we've had. Obviously, there's only been two official ones now with this year, but. It's going to be the best. I'm going to say it right now. It's going to be the best one. And with awesome customers like we have here at the Real Shot, they're going to help make it the best one. So
Right. On the next page, though, I know we want to keep some things a little secretive.
You're just getting into the whole entire thing, aren't you?
I just want to get into it. It's cool stuff to talk about.
What are you talking about now?
So I think that in here we have the Rock Island Armory M200.
Oh, yeah.
That revolver, so it's a 38 special revolver with a 4-inch barrel. You can fire it, I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe it's both single and double action. So you can fire it single action, no problem, and then you've got the double action there too. But the cool thing about this revolver is our sale price is $179.99. And
You're
for
just
the
throwing
guys,
it out there
I am.
for everybody.
Just put it right out there on the table.
Oh, man.
But we got that out there, and I'll tell you from all the reviews, I want to pick one up at some point here, just because of the fact that I've watched every review on it. I've watched all these gun guys who are known for reviewing, $1,000 handguns, $2,000 handguns, shoot this pistol, and then come out of it saying, if you need a utility revolver or you just need a handgun and you want it to function every single time you fire it with any ammo you throw at it, this is the one.
So I'm going to ask a question right now, and maybe I should save this for trigger talk, but what'd you say, single and dual action?
So realistically, I'm probably totally wrong on this because I do not know wheel guns. I want to know wheel guns, but what you can do is you just pull the hammer back and then you fire it once at a time. Otherwise, you can literally just pull the trigger and shoot it all like semi-automatic.
Anybody out there want to tell Zach he's right or wrong?
Tell me if I'm wrong. I will take that. I will take that L.
I know one guy, Steve, would tell you if you're right or wrong.
Yeah, he'll probably walk up here in 2 minutes like, well, I'll tell you what the truth is.
So I want to kind of just stop on the Black Friday one because I don't want to give away too much.
Are we done?
There's a lot. No, there's tons more to this thing. I just don't want to keep giving away all the secrets for Black Friday.
There's lots of stuff.
You're just getting me in trouble on Monday, dude. How many
and
more
now
times?
We're done.
How many more times on Monday can I get in trouble? But the other thing too is gift cards, all that kind of awesome stuff. We do all that here. Let's get into this bad boy now. I don't know if you can see that. This is the cover of the ice fishing catalog that's coming out. I think it's going to be done this week for sure.
Hoping so.
I think as I'm paging through it, and Megan just joined us, she can probably tell us differently, but. We just want a couple more articles in here, just some good reads as we go through this. But, I mean, I can try to, if you know what I feel like right now, Zach, as I'm doing this, like I'm reading to some elementary school kids in the library, like how your librarian used to do that. So,
now look,
we go.
If you look, you can see a detailed... Well, I don't even know what you'd call that. A little summary of what the Real Shot is.
Yeah, so it always starts out with obviously information about the Real Shot, how long we've been in existence, what are kind of our store motto, our goals with the store and everything is. And I like this too that we added to the deer one, the meet our sales staff.
Right.
I think that's really, truly important. I mean, people get tired of seeing, probably me. I don't think they get tired of seeing you or Brian, but...
Here's the thing that I'd like to point out about that, though, is, we have the ability to do that and put people's faces and names in these books and everything because, unlike other, places, people like it here.
Right.
People like this stuff. What we're talking about right here, we don't have a revolving door. So those people that you see in that book are going to be here when you come in. So when you read this and you say... I have questions on this topic. You could have never come here before, but if you saw one of our catalogs somewhere, you could say, I need to talk to this person.
Yep.
So that's pretty sweet.
And again, these catalogs don't cover everything we have. I mean, these are just some of the highlighted, some of the stuff that we use day in and day out, some of the things that are most popular that we sell. But I mean, I'm just looking over at the sales team here and just the amount of years of experience. Like Eggert right now is on his way to Kansas. If he's not there already, he's off. He's going to be hunting in Kansas for the next couple weeks. Nick just came back from vacation. He was rut hunting. He started his rutcation. And having Carl that works here, he's a guide. He's an outfitter. So I I mean,
Right.
there's not too many places you can kind of find that experience. But first pages we open up here. I mean, this next couple pages we get right into Striker Ice type suits. Talk about the Climate Series. Obviously, we're going to have a good selection of Striker Ice.
Yep.
And then not only Striker Ice, but like we've given away for Black Friday, we have the Strike Master suits, and we also added Clam this year.
Right. Yeah, that's actually one thing that's really nice about that wall out there is that we've went from, pretty much a solitary brand for, Striker and whatnot and just exploded into all of the other, price point gears.
Go big or go home.
Right.
And so, I mean, as you page through here, you're going to notice you start with your apparel is always first. One of the things that we can hardly keep in stock right now is the mobile warming gear.
Sure.
Oh, my God.
I think the crazy part about the mobile warming, and I might be going out on a limb saying this, but we got it and we were kind of like, how is this going to work? It's a really cool concept. How's it going to sell? And walking out there and seeing the shelf, just right as the weather gets here, gone and empty.
Gone.
And it's like, okay, I guess we know now.
Right.
But I guess they have a pretty big following, though.
Well, and it's unique. I mean, you basically run it off of your phone.
Right.
I mean, you just hooks up to your Bluetooth. It's battery operated, and you just run it all off your phone. So that's pretty awesome stuff. So, I mean, yeah, we have that. They have sweatshirts. They have socks. They have vests. I mean, Justin right now, again, this morning was saying how that vest is one of the best pieces of apparel he's purchased.
Yeah, I mean, I know I've seen a couple of our employees pulling stuff off there, too, and they're like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Are they stealing it or are they buying it?
They're buying it. I hope.
Oh, we got some more comments here. So Nathan Hahn, the Eeler has 4 segments.
4 of them.
So that was that mega bass because we had talked about the wall that's going up here this week.
Yep.
I don't know how big that area is, but it's big enough, and it's going to be strictly mega bass. So that's pretty incredible.
One might
stuff.
say that's a mega assortment of bass products.
Colin Martin just joined. What's up, Colin? Megan, I used my vest this weekend. It's a game changer. And she has full Sitka gear too, right, Megan?
Right.
And I think, she's kind of like Justin. Justin gets cold really easily. I mean, I got a little more mass to me than than those two, but yeah, Justin says his is a game changer as well. So, and that's the mobile warming stuff.
Right.
You can't miss it. Like you walk right into the front of the store, it's right there.
Literally right there.
So
because that's the big orange right as you walk in, big blaze orange almost.
I should probably be drinking water, right, Zach? And
hydrate. You gotta hydrate.
Saying that,
I'm just gonna yell at you all day. Hydrate.
Get on that Mountain Ops Wilderness Athlete kick, right?
Yep.
Come on now. Hey, what's up, David? So then, as we page through, we got through the apparel. Again, this is not everything we carry. The one thing that maybe Megan you should have done is put all our badass TRS beanies in this thing.
Yeah.
Come on,
Those aren't
Megan.
in there.
Why do we got a Striker beanie in here when our TRS beanies are even better yet? All right.
I gotta give a shout out to our beanies though. They are really sweet looking.
They're awesome.
They are
and again, like you
sweet
can't
looking.
miss them because they're right up by the front counter. And then as you walk I'm looking at the back of the store. And them beanies are awesome. I'm wearing my Blaze Orange one for gun season this year. So I'm gonna make a note here just in the catalog. I want TRS beanie in here. Come on now.
No, I feel bad though because I just said how cool and awesome they are, and I'm not wearing a TRS beanie.
Yeah.
What is my problem?
I don't know.
I think I just need to leave.
So I'm kind of bummed. Like first and foremost, like I shaved my mustache off.
I literally the second you went like this, I'm like, where'd it go?
It's Movember, and I was sitting at home last night, and I go to Molly, and I'm like, you think I should shave my mustache off? She goes, I don't care what you do. I'm like, oh, whoa.
So that's a yes.
Whoa. But as I was
hostile
sitting
yes.
there, like I kept feeling like I had real long nose hairs, but
Yeah.
they were starting to curl up. And so it kept going up inside my nostril.
Do you not have an electric razor?
No, I do.
Oh, you just got to trim it.
It was either I already trimmed it one time since I've grown it, and
You gotta
that's
keep
not a
up on
lot.
it.
I know, but it was either I'm gonna trim it off or I'm just gonna let it continue to grow. So you're annoying me even on my day off. Oh, thanks, Megan. That's really awesome. I think she's.
Isn't that
talking
what
about
we're
you.
here for?
Yeah, Zaxxon was annoying you, right, Megan? Why are you not in the woods?
What if she's in the woods with an earbud in?
Oh,
Could be.
how are you gonna hear deer? It's snowy out.
Yeah, I never understood that. I know people like who gun hunt with like hearing protection with them, and I'm like, how do you do that? Like,
Well-
what are you supposed to hear? I know they have some that have like the microphones
Amplifiers
built
in them, yeah.
in.
Yeah. That's cool.
Which I've used those before.
Is there
I
a way
like
we can
those.
block Megan from TRS
You
Live?
probably could. But we no, actually, I'm sure we have the same style here. I haven't looked into this in a while. I probably should because my hearing's already shot at 23. But
what's that?
The wait, what was that? The headphones that when you click the safety, they instantly go noise off. Like they just completely noise cancel. Like you literally hit the safety on your firearm and they hear the click and it turns it off.
Really?
Yeah. My uncle had a pair of those. I thought it was the coolest thing because he's got, some serious firepower. So we'd go up there, and I thought that it was weird because it was like a gaming headset. Like I could hear myself talk.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden I was like, okay, well, if you say it's going to work, and then I'd go click, instant, just dead silence, active noise reduction.
Really?
It was crazy. But anyways.
That is
Tangent.
No, that's all right. We're pretending like we know what we're doing. With Brian not here today, or we're just rambling, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, but back to the catalog again. We go from apparel into augers. We got the 40 volt. That's also in Black Friday. We have a good deal on the batteries on those things. The Light Flight is in the catalog for Black Friday. That thing is legit. We're gonna sell a pile of those this year, and should we mention what we're doing for that one?
For which one?
The Light Flight, that Strike Master.
I mean, I already kind of just spilled all the beans, so.
Yeah, I think there may be a possibility of getting extra blades with the purchase of a Light Flight.
Maybe, with an asterisk.
Possibly, as supplies last.
Ask store.
Well, no, and I will
details.
say that. I had a guy ask me about that already this morning. He goes, how many of these do you have in? And I'm like, we have a fair amount, but not like they could potentially sell out Friday. Right. He goes, I better be here right away Friday. I said, I wouldn't wait. I mean, they're already going to be popular as is, and we're throwing in some blades.
Is the Light Flight, is that the one that attaches to your drill, but then you can also swap it to attach it to your auger itself?
Yeah, the power
as a replacement?
Yep.
Yeah, that's cool. That's money right there, actually.
Yeah. And I was thinking about that over the weekend. Like, I love my propane. I have Eskimo propane. I think it's amazing, but it's super heavy.
Yeah. Well, so you say that, and then I wanted to leave that into on that same page. I think there's a couple of lithium ones on there.
Yeah, we have the Ion, the 40 volt lithium. Yep.
So that's the cool thing too is a lot of these companies now for basically all sorts of appliances, not only in this industry but everywhere, is switching to electric power.
Yep.
And I find it hilarious that like an electric lawnmower, right? I was looking into possibly getting one. They're like, yeah, you get about 20 minutes of lawn mowing time. I'm like, who has a 20-minute lawn?
Right.
You know what I mean? Unless I'm really slow. But then you come in here and you look at all of the electric augers and you're thinking, well, it's cold. It's obviously freezing because you're on the ice.
Yep.
And you are now drilling through the ice with a drill. That's a lot of force, and it's going to take up a lot of battery. Well, I challenge somebody to try and kill a battery on one of those lithiums.
Oh, for sure.
In the same day, out even in the coldest of weather, drilling as many holes as you think you need for fish and even come close to it. I think those right there, maybe not so much lawnmowers, but ice augers, that's kind of the future.
Most of the companies advertise them at least like 40 holes plus.
Right.
With, I think it's like up to 2 feet of ice.
Yeah.
On a single charge. That's pretty impressive stuff.
Right.
And that's, I mean, we've always carried the Ion, and the Ion's only got better as we've carried it, and we've always sold out of those. Last year with the lithium 40 volts, we sold out of those every year. I can't remember the last time we sold a gas auger.
Yeah, no. And that's the other thing, too, is you think about it, it's a little bit, it might be, I mean, they're not even that much more expensive than a gas one. But think about it. Every time you want to go ice fishing, you got to either get propane tanks or you got to get fuel.
Yep.
And especially if you're using some older with like premix or anything, premix fuel is not cheap.
Right.
And you can literally just take this, use it all day, maybe even 2 days in a row.
Yep.
You go home after the weekend, you plug it in, it's done, it's charged, it's good to go again.
Well, and that's where the other things too with the, you're talking lithium on the drills and everything like that, your own personal drill. That's why they have all these drill adapter auger heads now. I mean, those things are crazy popular. Right? The pistol was the first one that we got in last year, and we sold out of that one in no time. And then we had, what was the other one? The Nels or
oh man,
I'm drawing a blank.
I know what you're talking about.
Nathan, come on, Nathan, help me out with that other one. But yeah, I mean that's going to be awesome. And then shanties this year,
we have a shanty town over there.
We have a shanty load.
It looks like Los Angeles over there. No, but we've got a ton of shanties and shelters of all different sorts and types. A really good lineup. I know
Eskimo, otter, clam. I mean, it's crazy. Hub styles, flip styles,
like
otter
everything.
sleds.
Yeah, and then all the accessories too. We've got a pretty decent selection of the accessories to go along with it too. So if you're looking for the one-stop shop to pick everything up, for the most part, we should have things in stock for you and be able to accessorize those nicely.
Yep.
But I like the fact that we've got all those sizes. I mean, you can come in here and you can leave with the one person. Otherwise, I think we got up to right now 4-man, or do we even have some of the bigger ones?
Well, the hub styles are going to be the ones that hold more people.
Right.
Flip overs, 2-man is the basics with maybe a room for a bucket in there. But yeah, I mean you look through there, it's pretty impressive. And then those are just the display models. We do build shacks too for people. It's a fee for it. But we can build, there's a separate fee for a 1-man or a 2-man. So if you're a fool and you buy it someplace else, but you don't want to waste the 2.5 to 3 hours to build it, you can bring it here in a real shot and we'll build it for you.
Yeah, they're not easy to put together. Some of them are more easy than others, but it can be a pain, especially if you're tight on time. Real quick though, Nathan just chimed in. It was K-drill. I had it on the tip of my tongue, but yeah.
Thanks, Nathan. He's on YouTube. Remember, this is on YouTube as well.
Yeah, this is pretty cool having a nice split audience, though.
Yeah, you're monitoring what I don't. And then we get right into the units. Garmin, the Panoptics. We got both. We carry both of those this year.
Yep.
There's I don't even know. There's the high end one and then the other higher end one. It's crazy. Justin says that thing is amazing.
Everybody that I've heard talking about the Panoptics has basically said, yes, it's a bit more of an investment up front, but the amount of time and effort that you save to be successful out there and just the cool factor of being able to see so much down there, that is just, in a year's time, you're basically saving your money. You know what I mean? Like, you're earning it back just by your success. Yep. And I think that's really cool that you can get those, set up for ice fishing or for, a boat, and they work well in both conditions. I think that's called it. I don't want to cross copyrights, but it's live scope, I think is what that's called on there. They're like the best part of it.
Yeah, I believe.
And that right there is a game changer. I mean, you're literally watching real time,
GPS,
a real fish,
all that kind of stuff. Scott's chiming in. He's from Washington State. What's going on today, Scott? For those who are just chiming in off and on, we're talking about our upcoming ice fishing catalog that'll be available on the website through Flipbook. And then we covered some of our Black Friday deals. They'll be in-store and online. But, I mean, it's just and you talked about lithium, too, like the lithium shuttle adapters for Markham.
Right.
Just the weight reduction, the amount of life that you get out of there. That shuttle adds a light. It adds ports for all kinds of charging type stuff.
Right.
I didn't even realize that she has me in this thing for the must-haves. The toothpick and that the deep freeze one-shot skimmer, those things are amazing.
Are those what your section's about? Yeah, because I remember last ice season you would say ice fishing, and both of those things would come up in conversation somehow.
Dude, the toothpick is amazing. For those who don't know, it's produced by Cold Snap. It's just a simple hook remover.
Right. I feel like I want to get one of those because, I have the original, like, you remember the big ones? I think it's like a big red one, and it's like big and red. It's got two ends on it, one big one, one small one. That's a pain to use. I've seen the people using the toothpick, and it's almost a no-brainer.
Yeah, I absolutely. It's one of those things where it's kind of like an impulse buy. I saw it. Well, I saw it on TV a couple of times. I'm like, really, does that thing really work? So I bought one, and I love it. And because I paid the little extra. I got the retractor on it, so you can just put it right on your bibs or put it on my tackle box, and yeah, that thing is money. Right. And then the deep freeze, the one-shot skimmer, that thing is awesome too for cleaning out your holes. And funny story about that. You should go there.
I'm in a mood. It's Monday. I laughed.
Yep, it does help.
See, I would love to have one of those because all last year I spent testing the Striker climate gloves really well by clearing all of my ice holes by hand. And first of all, it worked really well. My favorite part was getting your hand completely frozen when it's -12, but your hand is still warm.
I'm glad you're wearing gloves when you clean out holes.
Yeah, me too. You never know what you're going to find in them. Ice, dead fish. And here's the downward spiral.
And we must be close to an hour of show time. But yeah, the climate gloves are awesome.
Yep. But no, I definitely need to pick up a skimmer this year, and that's probably going to be the one.
Yeah.
It's just not worth getting cold hands over.
No, that thing. Well, I was going to say the cool thing about that is the gentleman who makes these is originally from Rosholt.
Okay.
And I played against him in sports. Just a fun
really?
fact. So if you're looking for a fun fact, his name was Brad Sedroik. He's from the Rosholt area, and now I think he lives up north because I think Deep Freeze is all out of there. But I saw that, I'm like, oh, no way.
Huh.
So there's your tidbit fun fact for today. But yeah, jig boxes, a Rapala jig box. Again, that might be something that's in Black Friday. You're gonna have to come back and pick up a catalog.
Those jig boxes, hands down, coolest, most awesome pieces you could ever want for organizing your tackle for ice fishing.
Is it a bad thing to say? Like, I almost don't want people to come buy this stuff, so maybe there's a free jig box laying around after. Oh, did I say that out loud? No,
I use that jig box, and I use the one that has like the utility. I use their utility box, not the full-on jig box, but the utility box. So it's got the one side for jigs that all clamp into place, and it's got like the auxiliary with the plastic open, like the plastic doors.
Oh, nice.
And it's all waterproof, I believe.
Yep.
And so I use it for all my jigs on one side, and then on the other side, I've got the like your wax worms that last forever. Take them right out of the
mummy
package.
worms?
Yeah, the mummy worms.
The
Yep.
Euro tackle?
Yep, the Euro tackle mummy worms. Those are awesome, by the way. Especially the red. The red, I don't know what it is. I can put all the other colors on, drop it down, nothing happens. Put the red on, boom,
Yeah.
it's instant.
It's
especially
weird.
perch.
Red during the winter is like if I'm gonna buy spikes, I only strictly buy the red.
Yep.
And it's just weird. And I'll buy wax worms, and use those. But yeah, sometimes the red just catches everything. And now those mummy worms come in a bunch of different colors as well. Oh, Scott's chiming in here. Says, I walleye fish just about year-round. Ice fishing is on my bucket list. Jig box is now on my Christmas list when I send my letter to Santa. Yeah, for sure.
They're awesome. Like I said, and the jig box is cool if you have a lot of jigs. For somebody like me, I don't have that much, so I'm able to get away with having like half the stuff in one, jigs in the other side. And then the cool thing is I can take that ice fishing, and if I wanted to, I grab my rods and that one jig box. I can go ice fishing anywhere, and I'm good to go, besides, of course, electronics.
So I got to know, Scott, I mean, obviously you get ice there in Washington State, I'm guessing, and he hasn't ice fished for walleyes? Oh, my God. That is ice fishing for walleye. I don't fish walleyes a lot, but I like doing it during the winter time, just because you can get a lot more spots, and I don't have a boat, obviously.
Right.
You and I are boatless.
Yep.
So, Scott, you need to get some ice fishing gear, and if you get enough ice there in Washington State, you better go after some of those walleyes. I think out there, too, you might have some – isn't that where Idaho – oh, Idaho is where In-Depth Outdoors does this. Can you stop already? In-Depth Outdoors goes after those real big perch. So.
Right. Yeah, I don't know much about West Coast fishing except for bass in California, but I really don't know what else is out there.
Ask Scott. Maybe he can inform you.
Learn some knowledge.
But just paging through here some more. It goes into like finicky foolers, automatic fishermen's. We have, of course, the beaver dam tip-ups, and we have the ones that light up this year, too.
Oh.
They have built-in light. The Strike Master, or the Striker Transporter, that thing is awesome. Rods, I don't know how many different brands and rods we added this year, from 13 to St. Croix. Reels, inline reels. I'm a huge fan of some of the new inline reels from 13.
Some of those things not only perform well, but the look that they have to them. I think their special edition one, it's almost a rose gold and bronze, like deep brown.
Yeah, it's a trick shop edition. That thing is sweet looking.
I don't even care the price tag. I just want one just to have. I like flashy stuff.
Well, and the other thing I'm just about to share a post here after TRS Live today on all the Akuma stuff.
Right.
So we have a good selection of the Akuma stuff as well, which is Russell Gahagan's favorite stuff. That's what I'm actually going to title it. Like, it's Russell picks it, so you know it's good. But, I don't know. Just we're going to just cover a little bit more on this. We're almost at our hour point for today, and I just can't wait for this to get out there for people to see. And if there's any spots, so let me ask people this. If there's any spots or recommendations where people would like to see us put these catalogs.
Right.
I think Mark's working on getting them in some facilities closer to here.
Right.
I mean, if you have any recommendations, let us know. I mean, we can, if we're happy to drop off some. Like I said, you can always go on our website and check these out on our flip book, but there's just something about having that actual physical copy in your hand. So, I mean, we'd be happy to drop off a couple at some locations, drop them off at like barber shops or dentist office. So if you're a dentist or a doctor and you'd like some the Real Shot catalogs in your facility and you don't mind, I can drop some off. Just leave it in the comments or message the Facebook page, and we can get them to you.
A lot of bars too usually have that. Like I know, like for me, the Woodshed. They've got that front walk-in. They always have all the ads and stuff plastered in the front doors. That'd be a cool place.
Obviously, it helps build our brand, but it just gives people informed of what kind of stuff is coming out there. And first of all, like something like this, Megan does such an amazing job on it. It's just it's not really fair for people not to see what it's all about. So
And that's the cool thing too, is a lot of this stuff seems like it's going to get annually updated. You know, as we get our foothold on everything. So it's going to be cool to look out for that. But yeah, being able to get the paper copy in your hand still in 2019 is really nice, especially for the older generation. A lot of people like I'm 23 and I don't like reading stuff like that on my phone or on my computer. I like reading it on paper, 100%.
Well, I mean, to be honest, just put it right in the bathroom, you taking your toilet time, and you just page through this bad boy, right?
Right, and then you pull out your phone, and then you buy stuff,
You
just had the most expensive toilet stop you've ever had. But hey, it happens like that sometimes.
I'm not saying put it in the toilet just because it's not a good catalog. I'm saying that's where you got to read it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I got you. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
All right, we're at an hour.
Are you wearing yourself out over there? I'm feeling chipper today.
You did? Did you have a Mountain Ops Energy Shot before the show again today?
I just feel energized now that my body's not like a rock sitting around all the time. I feel like my body actually wants to be up and awake.
Oh God, I didn't even look at this. The customs, the Euro, the Z Viber, the jigging wraps.
Okay, so you just pulled that open, and it reminded me of a thought that I had this weekend, just because I pulled out a pretty good dad joke, and I want you to hear this. I want to see if our customers and people watching know about this, right? So we need to do an archery catalog, right, or maybe for the whitetail one or whatever. But I want to do photos, right, of all the new bows coming out.
Yep.
Except you take them like in a bedroom setting, and then you put them on a spread, like a full spread. And then you call it bow d'or, like boudoir, like photo shoots, but it's with a bow. And I don't know why, but it'd be like styled like a Maxim magazine or whatever, but it would be a bow and then all the specs and stuff in like cursive and things like that. I think that'd be pretty funny.
Well, let's do it.
Why not? We'll make it happen.
I still think we should have done that funny video
for the Raven.
Yeah. You're like this. And I'm actually mad because, like, I had the idea. And
I know.
It got vetoed down, and then I saw somebody else did that same idea.
Almost 100% to the T what we had thought of.
Yeah. Whoa, what's going on in there? I'm just checking out the Real Shot catalog, And come on. I had that idea. I got shot down.
Oh, boy.
Anyway, so thanks, everybody that stayed around and watched this episode. We got Trigger Talk coming on.
Yeah, we've got Wednesday.
9 o'clock.
Wednesday at 9 o'clock. I believe that Mark and Steve are going to be in here because you're out on Wednesday, right?
I got to go to Wausau and sit in my wife's school for the day and get my teeth cleaned. So
ooh, that sounds fun.
I'm pretty stoked about it.
Yeah. But no, we've got Mark and Steve coming in here. We're going to be talking ammunition, some myths and some recommendations on ammunition. So that'll be a fun one because, again, I always say this, I love guns, but my knowledge is limited.
Yep.
And when I'm buying ammunition, I know the difference between brass and steel casings, and then I'm like, all right, I'm relying on you to tell me what I should buy.
Yep, like you said, tell me what I need to do, and I will do it. So that's happening on Wednesday on Trigger Talk Live. Thanks, everybody that joined us today for TRS Live. We'll be back again next Monday talking about what? I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll figure it out before then.
Right.
Have a great rest of the Monday. Remember to be safe because the roads were a little slippery this morning.
Hey, did you see this is just coming from me like in airplanes, but did you see in New York
No.
that one of the passenger jets landing in New York, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what happened. Apparently they were trying to get onto a taxiway, but they came down, carried all their speed, and then just went left and just biffed it right into the snow, like literally the wing down and everything. That fell off the runway like I think it was a Boeing 727 or 37.
That's a big
and just
plane.
wing first into the ground. And somebody was Snapchatting it the whole time.
Really?
Yeah, and I was just like, guys, whether you're in an airplane or in a car, drive slow. Be safe.
Well, why don't you, as we leave, why don't you show this picture that you found?
Yeah, we should show that. So this right here is something I found on a Facebook group today. I believe it's from Wisconsin, unless somebody shared it from somewhere else. I'm sharing this from one of the Facebook groups out there in the world. Somebody posted this photo, and I can't tell because the guy's legs are in the way, but I can't tell if it's an actual pedal bike or if that's actually like a Rambo-style bike that's towing his deer through town. He got her done. Through thick and through thin, through snow, through rain.
And look he has a helmet on and everything.
He was prepared.
Yeah, that looks like a pretty nice buck too.
Yeah, that's I would if I knew I was hunting that, I'd probably go out on a bike too if I had to.
Yeah. That's a pretty awesome picture.
Right.
We'll just finish up here. I see Scott replied. He said he lives in the desert region of Washington.
Yeah.
It's all Big River, Columbia fishing for me, but So, yeah, he does get out there and breaks a little ice to get out there. So, well, Scott, come to Wisconsin. There's plenty of ice here. There's going to be ice after this next couple days.
There's literally ice right now, and it's mind-blowing. I don't know how
freezing.
I feel about it.
So, cool. One last time, we have the Black Friday coming up really quick. That's November 29th through December 1st. I can't talk. And then the Real Shot Ice Fishing Catalog will be available soon. Watch for that on all different forms, whether it's in your local store or the Real Shot or on the website, which is www.therealshot.com. Zach, let's get out of here. Let's go back to work and have a great rest of our Monday, and we'll talk to everybody later.
See everybody later.